Hello again, it's Gail here from Ornamentology. I thought I would just talk to you about a different kind of journal. It's on the same theme as the grunge journals, but it's slightly different. This is held together with this piece of, I think it was a curtain tie back up in its former life, and it's a concertina book, so it kind of does this. I looked at something in Pinterest, and it was a Tim Holtz situation. And I don't have much access to Tim Holtz stuff, so I took what I had access to and made my own kind of version of this. I have done a concertina book before, but not like this. So I've got these pieces of card. They are sort of the card that you use if you're using picture frame edges. There's a picture framer's shop not very far from me, and they sell bags of the offcuts, and this is just the business. And I had some old magazines and editorials, and so I've used the paper from those, and I wanted to make my own hinges, so it's back to that old pillowcase. So I rubbed it over with stamping ink and then stamped on it, used a stamp on it, and then sewed down the middle to hold it all together, and that is forming the hinge. So they're all slightly different. I also my friend who lives in my street very kindly gave me an electric die cut machine, and this, so I've kind of got going with that a bit, which has been easier on my hands, I have to say. So this is my 3D Tim Holtz. I had a bit of a spend up 3D Tim Holtz number stencil, which I've done on banana paper, which is really lovely. This is just another little stencil, and little tags and things, and this has just got a little bit of paper on here. It's just to write a little jot, really. If I can get it undone, there you go. Just write your little jot on there, look. If you've got a little secret message, it can go in there, and that just tucks in. It's just a little tuck spot like that. This is a trading card thing, and then a bit more of this ledger paper that I seem to absolutely adore. This and brown paper is becoming a bit of an obsession, and I've just collaged this with little bits of scraps of paper that I've had in a box forever that are just interesting. Now, this is an interesting thing. I decided that I kind of had lots of milk bottle Tetra Packs, and I wondered how they would fare if I put them through my die machine. Or my embossing folders. So I embossed this. What I did was I chopped the top and bottom off, and then peeled off the bit that is what it tells you it is, and it gives you this sort of soft surface, which I think you could probably easily use on a gel plate print. So it's quite interesting, but you can write on the back, which is quite good. A bit of paper, that's more of that strange packaging paper. This is all about texture here. So this is the little notebook that's in one of these. I'll just quickly flip through it. Thank you very much. That's the other side of that. And then we go on to the next piece. This has just got some cards in, and just a little belly band there with things on. And I decided to use this chap as a little belly band. Somebody very kindly gave me a whole bunch of these cut out people, and I quite like the fact that the book page that I had got this information on. I think the book was in a second-hand shop, and so it's obviously the note to the proprietor's self, and all of the hinges are slightly different here. This is a bit of embossment that I just rubbed over with my ink stamper, and then there's just little bits of paper. They're kind of the fly sheets to old books, so they're just a really beautiful, like this beautiful color, really. And then that's the back. This is a book that went to the printers in 1909, and then we start the other way. So you turn this way then. Again, more of this embossed situation. A little tiny book that actually comes out. It's on an elastic, piece of shearing elastic. I just decided I wanted something shiny, so I did this on this shearing elastic. They're just little books of little bits of paper that just would normally be thrown away, but you know, paper is an amazing commodity. We don't want to be hurling it away. A little tag situation, which you could use on a present if you wanted to. A bit more of this embossment. just flip that over that way. This is another one of those cards from Helsinki. It's all in German, I think. So I can't read it to you. I'm sorry. English is my only language, and sometimes I can't even manage that. There's another one of these little peoples, so I've just used that as a thing to grab that with. Another removable book. I won't take it out, but literally you can, when you've finished with this, instead of throwing it away or not knowing what you can do with it, you can just tuck some papers in and then keep using it, really. A bit more from this three-dimensional embossment thing. Really like it, even like the deboss, to be honest. It's quite lovely. And then we are back here. Oops, hang on, we're back at the beginning. It's quite a kooky little thing. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I really like it. I've called it Passing Thoughts because there's quite a lot going on here. It goes this way. Quite a lot going on here, and it's just an interesting collection of stuff. Quite a lot of old paper and mixed with new pieces. I quite like that eclecticism myself. Quite a lot of it's recycled. Most of it's had a former life. I think even this label was used for something else. So it's called Passing Thoughts. It's £35 and it's just a kooky one-off thing. All of my journals are one-offs. Why would they not be? Why would you want something that's the same as someone else? That's why we do this, isn't it? So measuring it's quite complicated, so I'm going to go for the overall size. Let's do it in inches first. Let's have some sort of logic here. Overall 6 inches, overall 3.5 inches, deep about 1 3/4 inches. And here it is. Please excuse my cat. She's obviously having some kind of pink fit about something. I shall have to go out there and see. She's probably starving because clearly, you know, if she hasn't been fed every 10 seconds, here she is yelling her head off. I'm so sorry. Hello, Doris. Doris, my cat. She was feral, but if you see her in action, there's nothing very feral about her now. But she's a bit shouty. She seems to have got the shouties at this current time. I don't know what's the matter with her. I'm sure whatever it is very fixable. Anyway, there we are. It's £35. It's ready to go whenever you are. Let me know if you're interested in it, or actually if you want me to make you a journal, then please let me know. I've just recently done one for my friend, or a lady that I met through Steampunk, who's now become my friend. Hello, Doris. Please excuse my cat screeching. She's not being murdered and she's not in any pain at all. She's just being verbal. And I've done she reads a lot of books and she likes to review them, and sometimes she lends them out. So I've done a sort of like a review come librarian dossier thing. Once she's actually, I will film it, and once she's actually received it and she's debuted it, I'll put it on here just for information purposes only. And I've done one about suffragettes for someone else. Again, once it's gone to its rightful new owner and they've looked at it, seen it and reviewed it, then I'll show it. But until then, it just seems very rude to debut someone's book before they've seen it themselves. Anyway, here she is. This little one, apparently they're all called she's, is Passing Thoughts. There'll be more of these, I think. I've got a notion to do one with corrugated card, but there we are. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye now.